It has been a very long day. We just got back from getting a motorcycle. So, really long story short, we used to live in Hawaii. If you've watched some of my videos where I ride around, you probably saw that we were in Hawaii, and we just moved here to Oregon, kind of the Portland suburb area. I've kind of been wanting to get another bike. I don't really know why. I don't really have a reason to get another bike. Nobody ever, I feel like, really has a reason to get a second bike. Maybe there's some good reasons, but in my case, whatever. You know, I knew there was not really, I didn't actually need it. I just wanted it. And as most of you know, I like old bikes. So in the middle of moving here, when I started looking on Facebook Marketplace here, when I knew that we were going to be moving here, I started seeing all these cool old bikes and a lot of really cool options. And so I initially was thinking, okay, let's buy something cheap, you know, maybe kind of a project, but not really. I wanted something that ran good and was pretty solid. So I started looking at early 70s Honda CB125s because my dad has a little CL350, it's basically a CB350. And I really like his bike. I think it's really cool. It's a fun, affordable way to get a vintage bike that's reliable. And I just wanted to try something small. So I was looking at this bike. It wasn't really working out. I was talking to this guy. It wasn't gonna happen. And of course, you know, I'm in the middle of moving here. So it was like, once we get here, I would pick the bike up, but they would have to hold it for me, blah, blah, blah. Then I stumbled upon a Honda CB500 4, which is a 4-cylinder, sort of the baby brother to the CB750 of the early 70s. This CB500 is a bike I didn't really know a lot about, but I already have a baby bike to an iconic bigger bike. I already have a, you know, a Triumph 500, and you know, it's sort of like the little brother or little sister, if you have, to the Bonneville. And in this case, this is a bike that has a lot of the same sort of things. It's very similar in what it, how it's positioned in their lineup, in Honda's lineup at this time, similar to Triumph. So basically, the CB500 4, in this case, really cool looking bike. I started watching more videos about them, really getting interested in them. The bike looked like it was in very good condition, had a little bit of patina. I talked to the guy, he was really cool, and I set it up so that I had a really small deposit so that if I didn't like it, you know, I wouldn't buy it. And if I wanted it, I would buy it, basically. But we just went and looked at the bike and I got it, I bought it. So it's, I would say that cosmetically, it's not quite as nice as it looked. And I'm so used to my Triumph, which is like pretty much spotless. Like there's virtually no rust on it. The engine, none of it, like it's just perfect basically. And this bike has some wear, it has some rust. It has 50,000, you know, original miles on it. And it's been ridden a lot, but I took off on it for a nice ride. He let me go, you know, 60 miles an hour down the road and shift through all the gears and everything. And I went back and forth like 3 times. And then I pulled into the wrong neighbor, into the wrong driveway, and this is out in the country, and got chased by a dog. That's a true story. But anyways, it's just so solid mechanically, and the gearbox was like so tight, and it's not perfect. It definitely needs a tune-up. It definitely needs, I think, a carb clean and some other stuff. I might do some of it. I'm probably gonna have somebody else do most of it. Anyways, I wanna show you guys the bike. I want you to see the bike now, and so I'm gonna roll it. It's like tucked in the garage right now. I'm gonna roll it out here into the light and show it to you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to start it because we're like in an Airbnb right next to someone's house, and I wanna rev it for you. Oh yeah. I'll show you some footage of when I got it. I rode it a little bit and started it, so you guys can see a little bit of it.
Yeah, I think it needs some graphite in there. Yeah, I replaced my grips on my bike. It stuck for a while because I got glue like all the way into the thing. I think it just sounds a lot better than my bike, a lot more mean. Yeah, here's I think you can try. Careful on the gearbox feels tight. Feels like a new gearbox almost. Yep.
There's people right up there, but here's the bike. 1973 CB500. Yeah, I would say that the bike films and takes pictures better than it is. Some of the things that are not stock on it would be these. I've already got replacements for these. These aren't right. They're too many rings. And then the exhaust is not stock. The exhaust for these bikes is super rare, original exhaust. But other than that, there's one other little thing, the chain case. Kind of gonna be hard for me to get over here, but let me show you the patina. This is an original tank. It's got scratches through here that you can't see very well on the video. And then both sides of the tank have this like patina. The guy who owned it since 1973, and he rode the crap out of it. It's got 50,000 miles on it. This is original. It's got original gauges, 53,000 original miles on the bike. But you know, some things like the ignition should not be up here. People moved it up there a lot. Should be down here somewhere. But otherwise, these are original like levers. They still have this yellow coating on them, which is stock. Original grips for sure. Let's see, there's that patina on the tank, a little bit on the side cover as well that you can't really see. Original seat. And let's see, what else do we got here? You can't really see it in this lighting very well, but right here, oh yeah, you can see it. These yellow markings on the bolts show originality. This is how they marked them when they came out of the factory. And there's bolts all over the bike. I mean, it's almost entirely original. Oh, something, part of the strap got, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. That is terrible. It's got a little dent right here in the tank, probably a tank slapper. Looks like, I don't know, something might need to be adjusted there. But yeah, there's a lot to this bike in terms of the history of motorcycling and how this bike relates to my bike. That's really cool, and I'm gonna make an entire video about this bike and gonna make a couple videos about it. But yeah, this is my new motorcycle. More to come on this bike. All right guys, it's actually the next day and I've had the evening to think about it, sort of slept on it. And also I'm taking this video not with the audio, so the audio is probably not as good. It's just literally on my phone. Anyways, I'm taking this video to kind of explain where I'm at and what I'm thinking for this bike because I've just had some thoughts about it. So I think the first thing is, it's pretty rare to find a bike like this that's almost entirely original, you know? Original seat, never been restored, chrome's in really good condition. It's cool, man. I mean, I was used to my bike. When my bike showed up, my Triumph, I mean, it was just like so perfect.
Oh, it's so shiny.
I think I was expecting that, and yeah, I mean, it's not near as clean as my bike. The engine, for example, like, let me just show you. When you really get up close here and look at it and in person, you see like the engine it needs to be polished, which is something I'm actually gonna do. Which kind of leads into what I'm thinking. Like also, right here you can see some of the chrome is like chipping off. It's, you know, it's in really, really good condition is what I would say, but not near as good a condition as my bike, but whatever. Anyways, I've been thinking about it, and I think the smartest, best way to really keep it intact is, first I'm gonna get it going mechanically, really solid. This is sticking, as you can see. Gonna fix that. I'm gonna have somebody clean the carbs for me and just do kind of a tune-up. I'm gonna put new plugs in it, or I haven't checked the plugs. I'm definitely gonna check the plugs and just get it running super good. Make it run really, really nice. And then I'm gonna start doing some things to make it good, but not take away from what is original. So for example, the exhaust isn't original. I'm gonna get the correct exhaust, the 4x4 exhaust that these had. I'm gonna take off these foot pegs. This is an aftermarket thing. I'm going to, I mean, honestly, there's not a ton more to do in terms of the bike. I might get new flanges or whatever these are called, or polish these, because yeah, I think I'm gonna probably have to get new ones. Or I might leave them, who knows. And then let's see, what else is there? other than that, I mean, when you talk about, oh yeah, shocks, it needs the correct shocks. These aren't stock, and they don't look very good in my opinion. But like, this is all original. This is an original sticker. To restore it, you would repaint the frame, take it down to the frame, and you'd get rid of all these little rust spots. But you would lose these things, these inspection points that show it's original. So I'm gonna leave that stuff, I think. But because, the important things, like this can be cleaned up. The chrome is really solid. It's got new tires on it. All of this chrome just needs to be polished, honestly. Like, it's very solid. Love this original seat. There's those markings on the tank. You can see them better now in the light. I mean, really, other than that, I think the big job is gonna be cleaning the engine up. Like I said, I'm gonna degrease and polish the engine so it looks really solid. And then just have a runner, but basically an original runner. Anyways, that's the plan for now. Let me know what you guys think of the bike, and be on the lookout for some videos with this bike. I've got 2 in mind that I think are gonna be really fun and really cool. One really fun one that was almost the motivation for me getting this bike. But anyways, this video has been long enough. We'll see you guys in the next one, and make sure to ride safe. All right, peace out.